Do you know how many ways there is to make birdies on a golf course? Any guess? But I think you need to know it, and I think it's important that you take that in consideration when you're planning on your golf course in order to score as low as you possibly can. So let's talk about that today. Welcome back, everyone. Today we are talking about making birdies. Something that we all want to do, that is very important, and we have to focus on that because there is different way to make birdies. Yes, there isn't only one, and this is very important because there is easy way and there is tough way. So let's talk about the tough way first, because I think that's the most obvious way, and let's talk about the easy after. The tough way is actually making putts. Yes. This is not the tough, not exactly the toughest one, but that's the one that is going to be the most draining mentally. Making putt requires a lot of focus, and so this is burning mental energy. And so throughout the golf course, if you burn too much your mental energy, at the end you are going to be just a goldfish. You won't be able to think clearly, and that's very important. Thinking clearly on the golf course is one of the most important things, because it's what allows you to not make mistakes, to keep your shit together and be able to focus and move forward. So if you could, if you hit 18 greens, you could actually make 18 putts, but that's very difficult. And if you don't trust me and just want to understand why I'm saying that's extremely difficult to get to this point, this is mentally draining to have to focus, to have to make putts. And so if you don't believe me, try this. Go on the golf course to make 18 birdies. At each shot, you have up to 5 try to make birdie. So what I mean by that is, on the drive, let's say you have a par 4. On the drive, you put your drive somewhere. If you're not happy, you can hit the second one, the third one, and the fifth, until the fifth one if you want. But you don't have to. If you hit the fairway, you're good. Then, on the second shot, you have up to 5 shots to get as close as you can be from the hole. So that's, again, you're putting yourself in good position. And then you have to make the putt. You have to make the putt. You have 5 try to make it. Doesn't matter the distance. You have to make it. And so you will see the first 9 hole gonna be good. You're gonna handle it. Probably you are hitting a lot of good shots and so on. But after 9 hole, you will start feeling the exhaustion. I have to make it again. I have to make it again. And because you start getting tired, more and more tired, your long shot is going to be less and less accurate, and each time you are going to have longer and longer putts that you have to make, and you are going to be even more tired. And so this is what I'm talking about. The mental exhaustion that you can feel, the mental fatigue that you can accumulate if you only rely on making putt to make birdie. That's why there is other ways. The second way, let's say less easier, but still good way, and this is the one that actually makes the difference between the top player in the world and when I mean the top player, the top 10 player in the world and the others. It's wedging. Having a strong wedging, if you can make the ball inside 2 meter, 1 meter, which is I think 6 or 12 feet, maybe something like that, 9 feet. Anyway, very close to the wall. Then okay, this putt. This is a makeable putt. You have to focus, but that's not that draining. You can make it, and if you get very close to the hole, that's a gimme birdie, and so you're good. you're good to go. And that's why, so every time you're able to hit a wedge very close to the hole and make a birdie very easily, then this is energy you save for later, and that's very important. And that's why the guy, because all the best players in the world are able to make long putt from now and then, but because they are able to hit wedges very close to the flag and make birdie without much effort, once the ball is close to the flag, you have done all the effort you have to do anyway. And also they are able to do the third way of making birdies, which is hitting par 5 in 2. So wedges, working on your accuracy in terms of distance, in terms of direction, really getting a rhythm, knowing your distances and so on, and then working on distance, being able to reach par 5 in 2, be very close to the green on very short par 4, where you can have your chip that can get very close to the flag. So that's the 4 main things. And the last 2 are the most obvious, but so the par 5 is primarily around distance, so focus on your driving, improving your driving distance, and then on the short par 4 you can have your short game that is here for you to actually deliver birdies on, or even on a very long par 5 that you cannot reach into. You can get close enough to the green where if your short game is sharp enough, you can make birdies. And so, okay, when I say that, you say, okay, yes, I need to be good at everything. Yeah, of course. But where it's very important is you don't have to make 18 birdies in order to actually score under par. You have to make a few of them and then making as much par as possible. And so the idea here is also to focus on your strengths, your weaknesses. Maybe there is, on those 4 different ways of making birdies, there is some that are easier for you than others. And but the idea, you have a main one. Okay, this is how I'm going to make birdie most of the time, but you need to have some backup plans for you to increase your probability of success in making birdies. So when you're on the golf course, you can have more opportunity, because it is difficult to be sure to make birdie. You never know what's going to happen. But if you can maximize your opportunity of birdies, then good things can happen. This is about luck. Luck is nearly a creation of what you're putting yourself into in terms of opportunities. If you put yourself in situations that create opportunities to be lucky, and you do it enough, at some point you're going to get lucky. So that's why generally successful people say that they create their own luck. Where if you have the skill, which is important, and you are putting yourself in situation to act on opportunities and you act on it, then you can get lucky. But generally speaking, people that are not lucky are missing one of those. They are either not putting themselves in situation where they can get lucky, they are either not having the skill, because if you have the opportunity but you don't have the skill to actually do it, it doesn't matter. Because the example is a relatively short par 4 where you can have a wedge at the second shot. If you don't have the skill to get close to the flag, it doesn't matter. you're not going to make birdie unless you can make the putt, of course. But as I said, that's the most draining way of making birdies. But you can. Or third, you're not taking action. Because if you put a perfect drive on the fairway, you have 80 or 100 meters towards the flag. But the flag is a little bit on a more dangerous spot, let's say. And you say, okay, I'm going to hit the middle of the green and actually look for the safe spot. Well, yeah, you're missing on an opportunity to make birdie. That's also not acting. But if you act while you have not the skill, yeah, you can get in very big trouble. So that's why, by getting your drive on the fairway, you are putting yourself in an opportunity to make birdie. But then you need the skill in order to actually act on this opportunity. And then you need to act, of course. Anyway, so this is, and so then the final aspect, as I said, is about your mental energy, your mental state. When you're going on to build your plan on the golf course, you need to also understand that your mental state is going to fluctuate over the course of the golf course. And so there is time where you can relax, and other when you are going to be focused, and you need to anticipate that. No, okay, on this hole, this is a tough hole, so maybe I'm going to not get very close to the flag, so I'm going to have to rely on making the putt in order to make birdie. Okay, so on this hole, I need high focus. Then you have little par 4 where you can have a wedge that you can put close to the flag. Okay, this hole, I still need to be focused, but it's going to consume less energy than the other, let's say, hole that was consuming me, where I needed to be focused way more. And you see, same for par 5. Par 5, if you can hit it in 2, you need less mental energy. This is much more relaxing. You can make easy birdie if you hit the green in 2 putt and you're done. So relax, make your easy birdie and move on. And you maximize your opportunity of birdies. Here I'm talking if you really want to max out and make birdie on every hole, but you can also do this on making just par in order to relax, and then raising your state to make the birdie. Because everybody, you still need to be a little bit focused in order to make birdie, even on the easy hole. Anyway, so I'm starting rambling, but I hope it's interesting. I hope that you can bring something to your game, and I find it very interesting myself. So thanks you for watching, and I see you next time.